Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this look right here, and this is a pink glitter makeup tutorial. The face is really flawless, really airbrushed and glowy, and then the eyes really stand out. It's just this bold pink glitter eyeshadow look, and for this I mainly used the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette along with the Too Faced Natural Matte palette, the Stila Magnificence Metal Liquid Glitter Glow eyeshadow in Kitten Karma. So this is the star of the show, and then the rest of the eyeshadows are from the palettes. So I hope you guys really like the tutorial, and if you want to know how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching. I'm going to be going into the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and this is just a eyeshadow base, and this is basically going to intensify your eyeshadow and make it super pigmented, make it more opaque, more vibrant. So for this product I'm going to be taking my finger just because the warmth of my finger makes it a little bit more creamy, so it's going to glide on a little bit better on my eyes. So I'm just going to be putting that all over my lid. So now that that part is out of the way, I'm going to be going into the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, which is of course a oldie but a goodie, one of everyone's favourites. So I'm going to be using most of the shadows from this palette, and I'm also going to be digging in maybe to two other palettes. I'm also going to be digging into the Too Faced Natural Matte palette just because I love all the matte shades in here. So the first shade I'm going to be going into is this one right here, and this one is called Salted Caramel, and I'm taking that on a fluffy brush and just picking up a tiny bit of product, and this is going to be my transition shade. So what that is basically just a warm crease color just to define it a little bit, and then we can build up product from there. So I'm starting on the outer corners, and then I'm going to work my way in. And I'm going in windshield wiper motions just to get that colour all the way through the crease. And I love this shade just because it's not too warm toned and not too cool toned, so it's the perfect transition shade. And I like to focus more product on the outer corner just to give it some more definition here. So now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this colour right here, Semi Sweet, that's what it's called. I'm just going to take a little bit on the same brush, and I'm going to focus this more on the outer corner because I don't want a lot of darkness right here. And using that same brush just to blend those two colours together. So as you can see, it's getting a little bit darker, and the whole trick with doing eyeshadow and blending and all of that good stuff is to keep on building colour. Just build up colour and blend it, build up colour and blend it, and then you'll get the look that you want. So now that we have that colour put down as well, I'm going to be taking a smaller crease brush, something that's a little bit more defined, and I'm going to be going into this shade right here, which is a bit darker, and this one is called Triple Fudge. And I'm going to be taking that on my Smith 247 brush. As you can see, it's a very small defined crease brush, and as you can see with the bristles, it's a little bit fluffy right here, but then it goes tapered and a little bit more defined towards the end, so I can really get into that crease right there. So I'm going to be taking Triple Fudge, and again, Triple Fudge is just a really dark kind of chocolatey brown, so it's a little bit more on the cool tone side, which I like. And what I'm going to be doing now is just applying this on the outer corner. I'm not going to be bringing this in, it's just going to be on the lid but on the outer corner. So I'm not putting it into my crease, just keeping that on the lid. And I'm just wiggling my brush back and forth and just placing that colour on. Pick up a little bit more and just place it on. So as you can see, we're starting to get that gradient effect. And the reason I like this brush as well is because it has that point, when you're placing the eyeshadow on the lid, it's also pushing a little bit into the crease, as you can see. So it's kind of blending a tiny bit into the crease as well. So I love this brush for that. So as you can see, now we have a really flawless gradient effect on the eyes. So now what I'm going to be doing is applying my lid colour, and then I'm going to be going back in with my crease colour and transition colours afterwards. But I'm just going to be laying down my lid colour first. And one of my favourite shades from the whole palette is Champagne Truffle, which is this one right here. And as you can see, I've dug into it quite a bit. So I'm going to be taking the Morphe G15 flat packed eyeshadow brush. But what I am going to be doing first is spraying my brush with a little bit of MAC's charged water. I've run out of Fix Plus, so I'm just using this one at the moment. So I'm just going to spray a little bit on the brush, and what this is going to do is act as kind of like a glue. So it's just going to intensify the eyeshadow a bit more. So I'm going to pick up the eyeshadow here. So as you can see, I've got that coated on my brush, and what that's going to do now is intensify the whole look. So it's going to give you kind of like this foiled metallic shimmer look on the lids. And I like to do this with most of my eyeshadows. As you can see, it just gives this really pretty shimmery look and gives it that metallic effect. And of course, if you don't want anything too shimmery, then I wouldn't spray your brush with anything. But if you want that intense look, then I love to do that. And this is just going to be my base, because we are going to put glitter on top of this. I don't like to put glitter straight on top of the lid because I like to have a undertone of shadow underneath. So that's why I'm using this one, because it kind of has that pink base to it, that pink shift. So it's going to go well with the glitter on top. And then we're going to go back into that Smith 247 brush, a little bit of Triple Fudge, and just build up that colour on the outer corners. And at the same time, I'm going to blend it in to the lid colour, because as you can see, there's a harsh line right there, so you don't want that. You want to blend those two colours together, make them merge into one. Using a different palette now. This is the Too Faced Natural Matte palette. They are all matte shades, and I'm going to be going into Honey Butter and Chocolate Cookie. So I'm going to be mixing a bit of both, and I'm using a different brush for this, and the brush I'm using is the MAC 217 brush. So as you can see, this one is a little bit more fluffy as opposed to the Smith 247. So you can see the difference in that. This one is really more compact, a little bit more pointy and defined, and this one is a bit more fluffy, which is what I want. So as you can see, everything looks really flawless now, and what I'm going to be doing is taking the glitter, which is the fun part. And so now I'm going to be taking my Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow, and the shade that I have here is called Kitten Karma. And this one is this gorgeous, almost like a rose gold, but it's more of a champagne-y pink glitter shade. And I'm going to be taking it straight from the applicator and putting that on my lid. Then what I'm going to be doing is taking a small detail brush and then packing just a little bit of product with the brush, just to get it in some places that the applicator couldn't get in. I absolutely love this liquid glitter. And this also dries down to well, it also dries down, so it's not going to give a wet look on the eyes. And now that we have that glitter down, I'm just going to be taking that Smith 247 brush and just blending that glitter in just a tiny bit. So as you can see, we have our glitter put down, and it looks so much better in person because the camera's not picking up the true colours of this eyeshadow look, but in person it looks absolutely amazing, and especially the glitter in person is really sparkly, and you can see the colour a bit more. So now that that is complete, what I'm going to be doing is going into eyeliner, and then I'm going to come back, do my face, and then once I've done my face, I'm going to move on to the lower lash line of the eye look. Starting from the corner of my eyes and just drawing my outline, my guide. Seeing how far I want to go out, and I think that's good enough. Or maybe just a tiny bit more. And then I bring it in. And I love this eyeliner just because I can go over glitter with this as well. I'm going to be going into mascara, and the mascara I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but I absolutely love the waterproof version just because I feel like it makes your lashes even more curled, even more volumized and lengthening. And this is what the brush looks like. So it's like a hourglass shaped brush. So I'm going to be coating my entire lashes with this mascara, and as you can see, it's picking up every single lash. So because it's picking up every single lash, it's going to get into the root of them and lift and curl them. And then now moving on to bronzer, I'm going to be bronzing up my skin with the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. And I'm taking that on a MAC 138 brush, I believe. Kind of rubbed off. So I'm just taking that right there. And I'm just going to be defining my cheekbone. So as you can see, I'm pulling my hair back, and from the top of the ear, you can see your cheekbone like that, or you can go like this. And then you can see where the hollow is, and that's where you contour. And I'm also going to take this into the temples and on my forehead just to give it a really, really nice bronzed look. So as you can see, compared to this side and this side is a bit more bronzed. A little bit under the lip and the jawline as well. You can hear the ice cream man, or ice cream truck. Now moving on to blush, I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Love Flash blusher, and this is in Love Hangover. I have this in the mini version because I got it when it was in a Christmas gift set. So I'm going to be taking this. This is a beautiful kind of corally pink shade, kind of like a golden pink shade. And I'm just taking that on a blush brush, just a tiny bit because these are super pigmented. Tap off the excess and just apply a little bit on the cheeks and work my way back. I like to apply a tiny bit on the apples, and then I like to sweep backwards because then it lifts up the face. But that just gives me a nice little colour on the cheek, so it brings some life back into the face. So I'm taking my Real Techniques fan brush and I'm going into that gold shade from Makeup Forever, and I'm just going to load that onto the brush, and I'm going to sweep that just, as you can see, super pigmented, just on top of the cheekbones. And then I like to do the chin as well, Cupid's bow. The reason I like to do the Cupid's bow is just because it enhances that top lip. Down the bridge of the nose and this side as well. And then what I'm going to do is, I love doing this, I love putting it just above the brow, just because it looks really, really nice, like the sun just hit you. And I like to do it on this side as well, just on top of the brow. So now our face looks absolutely flawless. So now that the face is looking really flawless and airbrushed, and the eyes are really super glittery and looks really pretty, the whole overall look just looks absolutely amazing. I love this look. You guys should try it out. But what I'm going to be doing is finishing off the bottom lash line, and what I'm going to be doing for that is going back into my chocolate bar palette, and I'm just going to be taking Triple Fudge and also a little bit of Semi Sweet, and I'm taking that on a angled brush, just putting that on the bottom lower lash line, and then putting a bit of mascara, and that is it. So now that the eyes are done, I'm going to be going into lips. So that was the bright lip option, and now I'm going to be going into the Too Faced Melted Liquid Lipstick, and this one is in Melted Nude. And then right on top of that, I'm going to be adding a Chanel lip gloss, which I absolutely love. And this is the Chanel lip gloss in number 87. And as you can see, it's just a kind of champagne-y pink. So this is just going to lighten up that lipstick a tiny bit. So that is the completed look, and I hope you guys really liked the tutorial. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And I will see you all in my next video.